Hey guys, it's your favorite Unc here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. After speculation about the move to the NBA, Dan Hurley is staying at UConn. Hurley is coming off back-to-back national championship with UConn. He's turning down a major payday with the Lakers to stay at the Huskies, per multiple reports. Hurley turned down 6 years, $70 million offer in favor of chasing a third straight national title with UConn. The deal would have made Hurley one of the top 6 highest paid coaches in the NBA had he accepted.
Yeah, listen, I talked to Dan earlier. I talked to Dan earlier. I really wanted to get a jump on the rest of the media, the rest of the analysts, the rest of the pundits that would have a story on why did Dan decide not to take the job. I mean, when you think about it, who turned down a historic franchise like the Lakers, especially with a magnificent deal like 6 for 70, magnificent, huge deal to me would have been 6 for 100. Now, I think 100 would have made him move. 6 for 70, he can come back, he can go back and coach and go for a third title in college and probably get 6 for 70 somewhere else, if that's what he chooses to do. But I think if you look at the resume and the body of work of all the coaches that have been with the Lakers, I don't think any of them got past 3 years. None of them got that.
Well, because you had Luke Walton, you had Frank Vogel, you had Darvin Ham, and now they're looking for the next coach. And all those coaches are since LeBron has been there. I think LeBron is heading into his 7th season. He got there in 2019, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Name one of those coaches who's gone over 3 years. Not one of them. So obviously that plays part in it. Uprooting your entire family out of Connecticut to move to LA, knowing that you're going to only be there 2 years. LeBron, you don't know how long LeBron's going to be there. It's 18 right now. There are too many other question marks as far as the Lakers are concerned going into this season. What's going to happen? So, listen, why not just stay home, make another run at another title, probably win another title, maybe 2, and if the opportunity presents itself again for you to have a head coaching job, then you could do it on the back end and not right now.
Yeah, it's not good enough, Ocho. Look, Ty Lue just got 5 years, $14 million a year, 5 years, $70 million. You can't make him one of the highest paid because you're asking him to uproot his family, move clear across country when he's mainly predominantly been on the East Coast. So in order, it's kind of like a free agent. You got to blow me away. Give me 6 years, $15 million. Now you got to make him an offer that he can't refuse. That his wife said, hold on, how much you say? You say 5 years, 80 million, 5 years, 90 million? Let's reevaluate this, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm saying because in free agency, Ocho, why would he leave the situation that he's in? He's comfortable. He knows this. His wife is comfortable. His kids are comfortable. He's a predominantly East Coast guy. To move, that's a big transition going from East Coast when you've been there predominantly and coming to the West Coast. And now, first of all, Uncle Sam gonna take 50% of that anyway.
Let me get that. Let me get that up off you, please. Let me get that up off you. And then you obviously you're going from Connecticut and you're going into Hollywood. You're going to Connecticut, where you're going to Hollywood, where it's not even basketball first. Hell, it's about entertainment. Then comes basketball. And that goes against everything from a little bit of college football that I've watched that UConn even stands for.
Right. So it's gonna be very, very interesting to see who they hire now. Is JJ? Do they turn their attention back to JJ Redick? It seems like because everybody was talking about JJ Redick, they kind of pivoted, knowing that the likelihood of this man gonna take, give him $11.6 million a year. The likelihood he probably gonna turn that down and say, well, we tried. No, he gonna say, no, I want 17, 18 million a year, and I'm gonna pick my own staff. Y'all will have no say in who I hire.
They probably wouldn't allow him to do that. They probably wouldn't. I mean, it is.
There you go. That's why they didn't get too loose.
Now, it is the Lakers. They'll throw some money out there. They didn't throw enough out there to not make you change your mind, but make your wife tell your husband, wait a minute, baby, we might need to reevaluate this. Now, even if you don't make it and they allow you to coach for 2 years and you get fired, look at the little nice nest egg you got to sit back on. Because you can always go back to coaching in college.
Yeah.
Do that.
And I ain't got no offset language. So if y'all fire me, I'm gonna get all this money. And when I go back to college, I'm gonna get their money too. So I'm gonna double dip.
Most definitely.
Because y'all gonna try to say, well, we're gonna put the offset language that if you go back to college, whatever you get against that will count against the money that we know you're not. Oh, could never do that. No, y'all gonna pay this. I'm gonna get all that. Give me all that. Mm-hmm. So the Lakers are still without a head coach. Dan Hurley decides to go back to UConn. I don't think many people are surprised by that, given how the Lakers. Somebody wants to look. They're the Lakers, Ocho. It's like the Cowboys. It's like the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Cardinals in baseball. You're talking about the Cubs. Somebody gonna those are cornerstone franchises. Somebody's gonna want to coach.
Yeah, but at what cost? At what cost? Because it's short lived. You get the fame, you get the glory for 1-2 years, and then at what cost?
If somebody say, Ocho, we gonna let you play, we gonna let you be the president of the United States, but you only gonna serve one term. What you gonna say? Nah, man, I want 2 terms. I want to be a 2-term president.
They mess around and let me be the president of the United States. Boy, I'm finna turn this country around so goddamn fast.
They ain't gonna let you turn it around.
I'm gonna turn this country around so fast, they ain't gonna know what hit them. Like I already know who run the show anyway. I already know who run the show. I'm gonna just let them know.
Congress.
And listen, I need y'all to sit back, let me do my thing for this 1 term. And y'all can come on back into play and do all your power moves that you do behind the scenes. But while I'm here, while I'm representing my people, let me do what I need to do. Okay? And they go for all that go.
They'll make you a lame. They'll go make you a lame. They're gonna make you a lame duck, Ocho. They ain't gonna pass nothing.
That go for all 13 of them families. Y'all know who I'm talking to. I know y'all see me.
Darvin Ham returns to the Bucs as an assistant. The hiring will mark a homecoming for Ham, who was the assistant under Bucs head coach Mike Budenholzer from 2018 to 2022 before heading to the Lakers. Budenholzer and Ham led Milwaukee to a championship in 2021. Ham also played for Milwaukee from 1999 to 2002 during his tenure in the NBA as a forward. He had an opportunity to join Bud in Phoenix. He said no. He joins Doc in Milwaukee. Does this mean because it didn't turn out very well for Doc? He had I think he might have had maybe a 500 record or maybe slightly below 500 record, filling in for Adrian Griffin, taking over for Adrian Griffin. Is Darvin Ham looking like, hey, Budenholzer gonna be there for a minute, but if Doc get off to a shaky start, it might be my opportunity.
That could be the situation. I think there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on Giannis. And Giannis and them young Bulls over there to play well together. I would think so, but I most of the time I think it's on the players, right? I think it's on the players. Do we really like? How do I say it? Giannis, I think, had some type of disagreement with what's the prior coach? I forgot his name.
Budenholzer. Oh, you talking about Adrian Griffin?
Huh?
When it seemed like he had problems, Jason Kidd was Giannis's coach. Mike Budenholzer, who won a championship, he won 2 MVPs and a Finals MVP.
He had problems with everybody. So who is the real problem here?
This is what we know: when you are a superstar, if the coach is serving at the behest of the superstar. So if Giannis would have wanted Jason Kidd to stay, Jason Kidd would have been there. If Giannis would have wanted Mike Budenholzer to stay, he would have stayed. Adrian Griffin got fired, and he was 43 and 19.
Yeah, they were doing well.
And he got fired, and all of a sudden, don't nobody know anything. Come on, dude. Come on now. We know how this works. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, something not right. Something not right. Hell, we got you got Dame over there. You got Dame over there with Giannis.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
It happens. Magic won a championship with Paul Westhead. But Magic said, the style, he wanted to slow it down. We needed to get up. We butted heads. Somebody had to go. Who you think Jerry West was going to side with? The head coach or a 21-year-old finals MVP? Let me take that back. Yeah, a 21-year-old Finals
Right.
MVP. Come on, man. So Giannis, a 2-time league MVP, a Finals MVP, probably 6-7 consecutive time first team All-NBA. Man, you know how much that man. And he's in a small market. You could ill afford to have Giannis to leave. Because the best player that you had prior to Giannis was Kareem. He left.
Yeah, but that's like
you can't have your small markets. If you're big time guys, you get lucky. Can you imagine if Tim Duncan had left San Antonio and went to Orlando? And the only reason that he didn't go is because the families couldn't fly on the plane with the loved ones, and the Spurs did allow that. And mama say, well, you know what that means, right? We going back to San Antonio.
Yeah.
But can you imagine what that would have done?
That's crazy how you think about how a player can have a institution or a franchise in a chokehold like that when they're that good. And how long do they put up with that? Because you know you got that famous phrase, they'll tolerate you for as long as they can until they can replace you.
Well, until they can find somebody, until they find another Giannis. How long before they found another Kareem?
Boy, hey, listen.
Kareem was in Milwaukee from what, 69 to 76?
Man, that's crazy. I mean, he's good. He's great at what he does.